guys, and welcome back to another video. So today we have I was gonna say speed build. I mean, technically it's a speed build, kind of more of a renovation. So I really was feeling like going in and renovating an apartment. I've only renovated a couple apartments, I want to say. I've done Cinder's apartment, I've done Sunny's, and then right next to where this apartment is, I did Penny Pizzazz's apartment and made that like a whole, what theme was that? I don't remember, but I kind of feel like this apartment matches the theme of Penny's apartment. So I guess I'm gonna kind of finish off this apartment building in the same type of style, only so it like matches, because I felt weird like if I was to do like a modern type of look in this house or this apartment, I would say. So I decided to go and just kind of mess around. So originally I wanted to go in doing like a bohemian type of house, and then the kitchen looks a little bit more industrial, so there's that. And then there's just like a bunch of different styles, hence why this house ended up being called retro-esque apartment, because, well, it really isn't bohemian, and I feel like there's more retro looking furniture in this house than there is anything else, or at least, for example, the bedrooms look more retro-y, so I ended up just kind of sticking with that. But I don't know why I don't do apartment builds more, because apartments are so much more easier for me to do. I don't have to stress about houses. So on stream, I've been trying to redo the goth house, because if you guys aren't aware, I'm trying to do a save file. So this is kind of like an idea that somebody threw around, and then I kind of thought about it a little bit more, and I was like, you know what, why not try, right? So I've always thought about doing one in the past, and then I was like, maybe, streaming is probably like the best time for me to work on it, because it's free time, it's time I get to chat with you guys. And so on stream, I go ahead and renovate a place, and then I name a lot after one of my viewers. So like we have Geeks Creek and Ashley Avenue, Aurora's Abode, I think. We just did that one today. And then the Goth House has been one that I've been trying to work on for three streams, and I still can't seem to do it. I think what's really kicking me in the butt is having to work in a large place, like furnishing a large place. That's what I struggle with the most, so it's definitely going to be a challenge. I don't know if I'm going to do a video on it or if I'm just going to do it on my own time, because I'm trying to interact with chat as well as build, but I'm also having trouble building, so, it's kind of a bit of a struggle. So I really want to finish that goth house. Like, it's bothering me that I haven't finished it, but because the first time that I ever was working on it, I ended up having a fire go off in my chimney, like the top of my chimney, which is not good. So there was like flames coming out and everything, and I was streaming while it was happening, and all I hear was some police officer going to my house saying, "Get out, everybody get out, your house is on fire," or whatever. And I was like streaming, I was like, oh my god, like I have to go. And like everybody was like freaking out because I didn't know that they heard that bit. And so I was like, I wonder if they even heard the guy yell about the fire or whatever the case is. So my stream and I have basically concluded that that house is cursed, and so that's why I can't finish it. But the main reason is because I literally cannot freaking build inside of or decorate, furnish, whatever, freaking giant house. So that is my struggle. That is something I need to work towards. Smaller areas are so much easier for me because I feel like I know how to clutter them more, and I kind of just have like a style type of thing that I feel like I have a certain style that I go for when I build anyways. I don't know. I kind of just, I don't really necessarily, when I go into building anything, I don't really have a specific style. Like, I'm kind of a mixy-matchy type of person. I don't have, like, one direct style that I'm going to go for. So it'll be either, like, half modern and half bohemian, or half modern and half industrial. You know what I mean? I mean, that actually, modern and industrial works really nice together. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have, like, one strict style that I go for every single time I dive into this build. So like this one is like a mix of everything: industrial, retro, boho. So I thought that I was just gonna name it, more retro-y, because it seems that way more than anything. And I realized that the chairs in this kitchen are the exact same chairs that I did in the kitchen next door to this apartment. So, I guess there's my favorite chairs when it comes to trying to make this type of styled apartment. And I really love those doors. Those doors really remind me of like the 70s for some reason. I don't know what about them, but I really like the stuff that came with Get Famous as far as build especially because it's a lot more of it is retro. So you could really have like a 70s, 80s theme type of sim like living here even. Oh my god, yes, you could. Oh my god, now I want to make a sim. But I think what I'm going to do is with these apartments, like I know I use a bunch of packs and stuff, but I think for a save file, I think I might even use the builds that I've made on YouTube and put them in. Not every single one of them, because some of them are really ugly that I'm probably never going to put in. But like apartments and stuff I might do, because, you know, I know that what will happen is like if people don't have certain packs, it'll replace the stuff with whatever you do have. So I think it's not going to be that big of a problem. I don't think there's going to be too many empty things. I don't think, at least. It's just, it would suck to have to go in and renovate all the apartments all over again. But I haven't decided necessarily what I'm going to do about that just as of yet. I think it's just going to be a process in deciding like what I want to do when it comes to apartments or like with my save file, because I know that I think the safest bet is to go like base game mainly, and then like let's say if I'm working in city living, like doing city living and base game. But the thing is, like, I don't want to restrict myself fully either, because I want to play in this save file in the future as well. So I think that I'm just gonna do what works for me, even though I know that this is going to be something that I want people to be able to play, and I know a lot of people have said that they're excited for my save file, which is going to be definitely a long time coming. So don't expect this anytime soon whatsoever. It's going to be a long process, but I'm really excited to at least try something. And making sims for this is going to be a lot more exciting for me, because y'all know Create a Sim is like my home. I love that. I really want to. I don't know why I didn't start off making sims. I mean, it probably makes more sense to do builds first, only because sims won't take me as long necessarily, because I also have a lot of sims that I'm going to include from my series and stuff, so you guys can see them walking around in your towns and stuff like that. So I really can't wait to have this done sometime in the future. But yeah, so I think I spent a lot of time like in the kitchen and the living room / dining area, because I didn't really like necessarily the layout originally of the house, but I realized that I basically kept it the same, except I moved the bathroom over one, because later on down the line when I was working on the bedrooms, I ended up changing the way the bedroom was adjusted, because I couldn't fit my double bed the way I wanted it to, and I wanted to have nightstands, but that didn't really work out either. So the rooms are kind of well, not that big. I mean, the master bedroom, it's not really a master. I mean, you can consider it a master, even though it's not like the largest thing. It has like a little sitting area, which you guys probably saw in the thumbnail, which, oh my god, I absolutely love that. It's so simple, but I fell in love with this apartment. I really want to just decorate more. I don't know. I think I might just start doing more of these, only because they're just fun for me to experiment with and like try out new things. So I think what I'm going to do as far as my next apartment build is going to be the one next door to these two, because I think there's one more apartment in this building that I still have yet to touch. So like I think the other apartments might have different themes, so I'm kind of excited to dive into that and like try new things out. And I've noticed that I really like using brick as well as a decorative piece. Does that make sense? Decorative piece or decorative wall? Only because it adds more of an aesthetic to it. And I think it looks really nice, especially with this type of style. And I was looking up, before I started doing this voiceover, I looked up like retro-esque or retro-styled houses or like interior. And a lot of them or a lot of the ones I saw had brick walls. And I'm like, oh my god, this is perfect. Like, I didn't even know. I don't know. I never really look into houses for style. The only house that I really looked in for style, oh my god, now that I think about it, I'm sorry, I'm like so scatterbrained. But I was thinking, if you guys have ever seen my Not So Berry, what is it, Gen 2, Rose Gen, that was a house that I built prior to using it on Not So Berry. So I built that, and it was supposed to be like a 70s themed house. I feel like a lot of the stuff from Strangerville, or not Strangerville, oh my god, I'm like blanking, from Get Famous would really look good in that house, now that I think about it. But yeah, as I was saying before I like, scatterbrained off into another topic. I mean, it was basically the same thing, because I was going to say that I looked at a lot of inspiration for that 70s house that I had, and I'll link that down in the description alongside the other apartment build, and this will also be on the gallery. Just make sure that when you do download it, it put the walls back in where the doors are, because in order for me to upload this, for anybody who's never downloaded apartments before, basically you have to upload it as a room, but you have to delete the doors section first so that, you know, you can actually upload the entirety of the build, because then it all acts as one room instead of 3 separate or 4 separate rooms, technically, what we have here. So I don't know if anybody else has downloaded apartments or not, but I just wanted to let you guys know, for anybody who hasn't and is interested in downloading this, it'll be up there. And I just took a really weird gasp. That happens to me sometimes. Like, I don't know, it's just like in the middle of talking, I'll just take like a quick breath. It's so weird. I don't know why that happens, but yeah, so when I was working on the bedrooms, especially this one, I wanted it to be a lot larger, because this is the same setup, I'm pretty sure, as the rooms were before I went ahead and deleted everything. I really just wanted to have one big bedroom, so technically 3 Sims could live here, and maybe a 4th, like a baby, and then you have to move out, because then once you have a 4th kid, a 4th kid, then you know you don't really have space. And, I mean, unless you can make the other room, I mean, technically, the second room next door, you could remove the dresser in that little nook and put a toddler bed in there. So you could technically have 4 Sims living here. That's just an idea. I don't know why I'm trailing off into that, but I'm just saying. I think the only trouble I had in this house is trying to figure out the bed for this room. Only because, like, I wanted to use the bed that came with Get Famous, but I felt like it was a lot of, like, the same type of style. And I didn't really like the cover on it either. I mean, I feel like it would look good, but I was going for more of like a greenish orange type theme, if you can tell, and some like other accents of color, just so that it wasn't too bland. I mean, we have some blue in here as well, but not as much. I don't know why I went for green and orange. I really don't. It kind of just happened, and I kind of stuck with it. I don't know. It was really weird. Oh, and yellow. Yellow is also included in here. Oh my god, the carpet in that hallway is so ugly. I just realized that. That is so ugly. I wish I could edit that. Imagine if they should let us edit that, because you know what? That's so putrid. I hate that. It's so ugly. The green swirly carpet. I'm sorry. I just really got sidetracked on the freaking carpet in the freaking... Ew, wait, is that elevator dirty too? Hold up. Why are they giving us such nasty... I mean, I guess it makes sense, the area that we're living in. But, like, the house I've made kind of nice, right? They're not grimy, right? I mean, the floors I kind of made a little bit rustic, only because I thought that I thought it would look nice, and I haven't really used that floor much, so I keep using the same floors all the time. So I'm trying to change things up a little bit as far as, you know, flooring goes and walls go. I don't know why I have the hardest time. I was talking about this on stream, I think, earlier today. I have the hardest time picking wall colors. I don't know what it is. I've recently been using a lot of these ones, like the ones with the crown molding is what I learned today, is what it's called, because I thought it was molding or something, but somebody in stream told me it was crown molding. Anyways, now I sound fancy. So the crown molding walls I've been using a lot more of, and I really like them. I don't know why I never used them before, but regardless of that, I still have like other walls that I'm not using or making use of, or I feel like maybe I just don't know how to use them. I mean, that sounds dumb, like not knowing how to use walls, but I feel like a certain room fits a certain wallpaper, if that makes sense. So I've been kind of lost when it comes to that. And so I've been kind of sticking to the things that I know. I usually use the ones with the white crown molding on, only because it's like basic and it's just, it goes with everything for the most part. And I don't know, but I like the crown molding only because I feel like it adds a lot more to the room rather than like having a plain wall. Although sometimes plain walls work as well. So, you know, that's that. But I also added the, I don't know what that thing's called. The thing on next to the computer, the like Amazon Alexa thing type of thing, but for Sims. I haven't used it yet. I know it came out, and I know that a lot of people were saying not to use it at some point because of like breaking your game or whatever the case was. And so that's when I wasn't really playing much of Sims, because if you guys remember, I took like my little break from YouTube and was uploading like maybe a video a week or 2 or something like that. Yeah, it was kind of a mess, but I heard about that and I was like, oh my god, like that's terrible that it's like deleting people's saves and whatever it was doing. But ever since then I have not even tried it, and I forgot that it existed until I put it down in this build. So I'm gonna have to figure that out, because I don't know if it's even any good or what it does. So if you guys do know, please let me know in the comments, because you guys are smarter than me when it comes to Sims. Like, I play it, but like, y'all still know way more. I learn from you guys more. I've said this so many times, but I learn more from you than from me just playing the game myself. So I appreciate you guys very much, and you guys are extremely helpful to me and very much appreciate it. So thank you for always helping me and letting me know about things, and it means a lot, because sometimes I can't do things on my own, and y'all are there to help me out. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'll leave you guys off with some screenshots. So that is pretty much all I have for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It'll be on the gallery, and I'll talk to you guys in a new video very soon. Bye, guys.